Did you ever accidentally text your war plans to a journalist? No? Well, someone in DC allegedly did, and the fallout is as insane as you would expect. Now, today we're getting into the chaos, leaked signal chats, national security drama, and the hilarious amnesia that's gripping all of Washington as officials pretend that they've never even heard of the app that they've been using for years. Democrats, desperate for a win, are out for blood. And leading the charge, a reporter from The Atlantic. Yes, the same left-wing rag known for pushing hoaxes and hit pieces on Trump. This so-called journalist is now claiming classified info was leaked, but apparently had no issue publishing it himself. Funny how that works. Now, we're going to get into this thing and expose it for what it was, another hit piece on the Trump administration by liberals who have lost everything, including their minds. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Look, if you like our videos, become a subscriber to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell, smack that like button because it helps us get our message out to more people. Now, we're doing a live stream tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. Come join us. The people in the chat always have a good time, and you will too, as we go over news stories that we found interesting this week. We use a bit of humor, a dash of sarcasm, and a whole lot of conservative common sense. Join us. You'll be glad you did. All right, so here's the deal. You know it's 2025 when the only bipartisan agreement left in Washington is let's talk secrets on Signal. Not on a secure server, not behind closed doors, but on an app that you can download from the App Store. Yes, this is now real life. But hold on, here's where it gets interesting. A Signal group chat involving Trump's national security team and The Atlantic's Jeffrey Goldberg supposedly revealed America's next military moves in Yemen. Cue the hysterics, the headlines, and a whole lot of liberal manufactured outrage. You won't believe who cried wolf about this leak when they've been using Signal longer than TikTok's been ruining attention spans. According to The Atlantic, the Trump administration accidentally texted me its war plans. Nonsense. That's an actual headline. No names, no targets, no units, no classified info, but sure, let's call that a war plan, right? In fact, Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, wasted no time debunking this fantasy. Give it a watch.
Nobody's texting war plans. Well, I noticed this morning, out came something that doesn't look like war plans. And as a matter of fact, they even changed the title to attack plans because they know it's not war plans. There's no units, no locations, no routes, no flight paths, no sources, no methods, no classified information. You know who sees war plans? I see them every single day. I looked at them this morning. I looked at attack plans this morning. My job, as it said atop of that, everybody's seen it now, team update, is to provide updates in real time.
That's exactly correct. Now, he went on to say, those are some shitty war plans. I mean, he said there's no sources, no routes, no methods, no classified info, no units, targets, locations, no names, nothing. So he said this only proves one thing. Jeff Goldberg has never seen a war plan or an attack plan, not even close. Yeah, Democrats were on Signal before it was considered cool or before they realized Trump officials knew how to use it too. So Democrat ghetto mouth Representative Jasmine Crockett literally told a crowd recently to get on Signal. Give it a watch.
One day, and we have all these Signal chats. If you don't have Signal, get on Signal, okay? Do not trust that. Get on Signal, y'all.
Get on Signal is what she said. Now, what if I told you that the same Democrats screaming national security breach were actually teaching Signal 101 back in 2016? Yeah, because back in 2016, the DNC was handing out Signal tutorials like they were candy. Signal, according to staffers in the meeting, was Snowden approved. Remember Ed Snowden? They called him a traitor, said that he abused his authority, all because he was telling the world that your government was spying on you electronically. So by 2018, the DNC tech advisor confirmed that they were chatting with cyber experts using Signal and Wicker. It was their holy grail of secrecy until Trump folks started using it for counterterrorism ops. Yeah, now suddenly it's, oh my God, delete the app, get rid of it. These people are despicable. So what really happened? The Atlantic doubled down, pointing to a screenshot with vague references to drones and combat aircraft. They claim it could have put American personnel at risk. When the hell did they ever care about American personnel? It's a cute theory, except the attack window had already passed and the information was already stale. The Atlantic won't tell you that. And once the Atlantic released the entire chat, we realized that the contents of the chat were the reason that the scumbag reporter Goldberg held on to them and wouldn't release them right away. Because he knew that his whole story was a fake news story, and he didn't want to have it proven by having the rug pulled out from underneath him when people found the real chat texts and there was nothing in them like what he was reporting. Let's not forget, Senator Ron Wyden demanded that both Pete Hegseth and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz resign. Over what? A group chat? Now, here's the thing. Senator Wyden was one of Signal's earliest cheerleaders. In 2017, he literally praised the Senate's move to approve Signal for staff use. And then there's Democrat Senator Mark Warner, who slammed the Trump team for Signal use. The same Warner who, according to Fox News, used Signal to talk to a lobbyist tied to a Russian oligarch to get to Christopher Steele. Yes, that Christopher Steele. Warner was in on the Russia hoax. A GOP aide put it best, saying, Signal worked great for Senator Warner when he wanted to meet with the disgraced liar Christopher Steele. It's the old DC playbook. It's fine when we do it, but if Trump's people do it, there will be outrage. Even the CIA, DHS, and CISA have endorsed Signal. CIA Director John Ratcliffe confirmed, saying, one of the first things that happened when I was confirmed as CIA Director was Signal was loaded onto my computer at the CIA. One of the things that I was briefed on very early. So here we are, liberals showing fake outrage again. I mean, how many times has that happened just this week alone? Trump officials using an app they've been championing for a decade. The truth, no secrets were leaked, no laws were broken, and the only real scandal here is how desperate the media has become to find a headline that sticks. Let's call this what it was, guys. More political theater from Democrats. The Biden camp and their media pals are terrified of a competent Trump administration that communicates efficiently, acts decisively, and doesn't leak every other thing that they have going on to the New York Times. At the end of the day, Signal isn't the problem. Hypocrisy is. The Trump administration is simply using the tools everyone else uses, but with an actual purpose. I would love to know what the left uses it for. And that scares the left more than anything. The left has lost all power since the election, and so they are using left-wing judges to thwart Article 2 authority and conspiracy theory hoax reporters to make up stories against the Trump administration, just to try to screw with the Trump administration. If you want to know what you're dealing with this reporter, Jeffrey Goldberg, Mirthful Moments put it succinctly on X. He said, Jeffrey Goldberg was deeply involved in spreading and legitimizing the following hoaxes. Saddam Hussein and Al-Qaeda are working together. Trump-Russia collusion, and Trump said veterans are suckers and losers. Remember all those? That's who this clown is. Now, given his track record, he wrote, as a proven liar and fabulist, why are other news organizations so eager to believe every word of his latest anti-Trump article? Absolutely. Now, here's the upside, guys. If our enemies are busy reading The Atlantic to guess our next move, they're already 10 steps behind. All right. Thank you for watching. Hit that notification bell if you want to be kept up to date with the latest political hypocrisy exposed right here. I'll see you in the next one. Spread the word.
It's hard to understand why some people put their head in the sand. In a world so cold where hearts are stone.